Real Madrid is crashing out right now, and honestly, I'm not even surprised anymore because this whole thing is ridiculous. Basically, if you did not see already, Real Madrid have been threatening to not play the Copa del Rey tomorrow because of some comments made by the referee appointed to referee the entire event earlier today. And what the referee said was that his son was basically getting harassed in school because first of all, referees are forced to live in Madrid, and that means they have to send their kids to school with people from Madrid. And obviously, the people from Madrid are seeing all of the stuff that Real Madrid TV are saying about the club, about the referee's decisions every single week. And so these kids have been harassing the referee's son and saying that, well, their father's a thief and calling him that. So the kid comes home crying. Then the referee went in to talk about this on the in the interview, which I think is very reasonable to bring this up, to bring up something going on in his life. Players are allowed to do it, and they're employees of a game. The referee is an employee of the game. He brought up how it's affecting him and how it's very bad, and he started crying. It's that bad. It's that significant that he did that. And the fact, I was reacting to this on Twitter, right? And I'm like, this is outrageous that this man has to do with it and deal with it, and it's so sad. And then an hour and a half ago, Real Madrid came out threatening to not play and saying that they have to remove this referee because obviously he's biased against Real Madrid now that he's said these things. And they were talking about how they were, again, dissociating themselves with Real Madrid TV as they have gone over and over again over the years, saying that it's an independent entity and they can do whatever they want. When, yeah, that's not really the case, sir. You can say that because whatever, it might not necessarily be owned, but all of these guys have their careers set up by Florentino Perez, and he can control whatever they put out. So it's more or less directly related to the club, especially with it being called Real Madrid TV. I don't know, whatever. So it comes out and it has a major effect in Spain and in Madrid, so much so that it's really affecting this guy's life, and they're not even allowed to talk about it, apparently, according to Perez, or they're not going to play. It's actually one of the most childish things I've seen. And this is truly a revolutionary run from Madrid, honestly, that they refused to go to the Ballon d'Or ceremony. They've complained about refs all season. Courtois came out saying, let's not complain about the refs anymore. They continue to complain about the refs, complain about game time, which Barcelona have complained about as well. But it's like, they're not going to play? Are you kidding me? Because a guy cried because something has been affecting him negatively because of what Real Madrid puts out? It's outrageous. What goes on in Spanish football is truly wild. I don't even know how else to describe it. It is just a disaster at times, and even in the best of times, it's confusing because either the financial mess is under everything, and Real Madrid have their own financial mess. If you guys are Madrid fans or you're Barcelona fans and you think they're in a perfect place, they absolutely aren't, because they've been spending money making very big bets, and those bets have not paid off very well, bar probably Bellingham. And they're kind of left in a place where they really can't afford to bring in a lot of new players that they need to reinforce a lot of positions in midfield, at fullback, at center back, and they need some more depth. They can't afford to buy it at striker. And they're left in a weird little spot because they have been making so many gambles. And adding this on top of the entire messy year is just such a disaster. I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm following Twitter right now. I'm trying to stay up to date here. The RFEF said there's absolutely no way they're going to change the referee or postpone the event because that's ridiculous. The RFEF is saying that. They are, the Royal Federation of Football, basically, in Spain. There's been some collusion comments about them being connected to Madrid in the past. Tebas is obviously a Madrid fan. And the fact he came out 2 days ago saying that there were ways for Madrid to win and very vocally making it clear that he is a Madrid fan. They can have their own biases, I guess, but you shouldn't be so public with it, right? That is not his job to be saying those things. And he's not a public figure. That's not what he is. He's a president of a club, and sometimes you have to make media appearances, but it shouldn't be about his own opinions about a club. But whatever. We could complain about that all over the part. They just genuinely might not show up. And I really don't think this is a threat to take lightly. I'm seeing it from both Madrid and Barcelona sources. They're saying the VAR must be changed as well. It's such a disaster. The association isn't in favor of changing referees' game for tomorrow. It's such a mess. It's such a joke. Even Fabrizio Romano's talking about it. They are truly losing their head and crashing out in a way that I thought like I would if someone roasted me online and I couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. And we talk about all the time how Madrid have so much power in La Liga, or Florentino Perez obviously has a ton of power in the media. And this would be one of the most abundant, one of the clearest points showing that Madrid have so much power if they are able to get the referee changed, or if they just refuse to show up and then they aren't given an automatic loss. It's just ridiculous. Let your guys play. You have a good team. It's a mess right now. I don't think Ancelotti's doing a very good job, but I always consider El Clasico's 50-50. I saw Frankie de Jong in an interview saying that exact thing earlier today. And so let the guys try, right? Are you kidding me? It's not even like, I don't know, I saw some stats saying, I think when he referees Barcelona matches, they win 82% of the games. And then for Madrid, it's 64% of the games. Again, what is that? I don't know, 18% difference there. That's a significant, but also it's, numbers can just vary all the time. Who knows what happens? And I don't know. It's not like they said this when he was announced to be the referee. It was said directly after he made these comments. So clearly, I think that makes me feel like the stats don't really matter, because they didn't feel this way, or they weren't going to say anything. They weren't going to not show up like children until he made these comments about how it affected his life. And again, if players are allowed to talk about their personal lives, talk about their mentalities and the way football is affecting them and the way that people's comments are affecting them, if Vinny is allowed to stand up there and talk about how he's getting racially abused all the time, and I absolutely think he should be able to, these referees should be able to stand up there and talk about how they are being abused or their families are being abused. We've heard stories of referees in Spain have their families getting sent notes, like death threats and stuff. And that's insane. And a lot of it has to do with Real Madrid TV. And you can say that it's not associated with Madrid. You can make that argument. I think it's an unfair and silly argument to make, because it's obviously not true. Just because it looks like it's not owned by you doesn't mean that you don't have a significant control over what is actually put out on there. And it's just, I don't know. They've been feeding this delusion for so long, and if you want to be able to put out that critical stuff, go ahead and do it. But you have to react to the stuff that it is affecting in the world. It's ridiculous for this to be going on in professional football, boys. I don't really know what's going to happen. I think they're going to play tomorrow. I think this referee is going to do it, and I think Madrid is going to show up. I think they're whining. They're trying to make changes, and they're already setting up ways for them to not win. But it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. And hopefully we play football tomorrow. I think we will. And if we do, I think it'll be a good game. I think there'll be goals both ways. But we're not here to have a preview. We're here to talk about this mess. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Visca Barca, boys.